We are back. Remember that I told you guys we were coming back to page 4? When I went ahead and did it off screen, I did the green and navy paper, and I also added it here, the green and navy, 5¼ by 3 inches on this side. The next page, which is page 5, and that one that was here, I added it to page 4 on the inside, the one with the closed line, which was 3 inches, and a little border that we cut off. Remember I told you all the time to keep those borders, keep those little pieces, because you can layer them like that. See? So to me, it's picking up off the waviness with the lines right there. It works. And once you start layering embellishments and paper, it all comes together like butt cheeks. I'm sorry. It just comes together. It works. I just couldn't keep myself from saying butt cheeks. Sorry. So yeah. So this is all the work you've done. So far we've worked on the cover. The inside is still like this. I have not cut anything. And we have worked on the pages. This is probably the most time-consuming part of the mini album. But if you have the measurements, which we have the measurements, it will go faster. Okay. Remember the same paper from the spine, Sandy Paradise? We are going to get that. Remember we clipped them together, a longer one and a shorter one. For the shorter one, we are going to trim that at 5½ by 6 inches. All right, and I already trimmed it. If you want to, you can adhere it on the polka dot, or that's not little polka dots, they're just little dots that are imperfect. And then we are going to adhere it, okay? But I do want the sandy beach side. For you, if you do the 6 inches, it should cover all of this. But since I made a mistake, it will just be like this. I will just center it, and then when I add my mattings for this, it will be perfectly fine. What I like to do here is add some double-sided adhesive in between, because we are going to crease that. So let's just do it right here. If you want to use your liquid glue, you can do that. That is perfectly fine. I just want to ensure that my paper is adhering to the spine properly when creasing. See? When I'm pressing it down, and when it opens and closes, the paper grabs onto it. There we go. All right. Let's go ahead and add some double-sided adhesive. I'm gonna do it just at the edge, not all the way in. And then around the inside, I will add liquid glue. I'm still using that Barely Arts liquid glue. Are you guys following along so far? Are you using these instructions for a different mini album? If you have any questions, or just say hi in the comments, guys. Chat me up. Tell me something about yourself or your favorite beach vacation. My favorite beach vacation was, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I do love a California beach. They're beautiful, but I also, for the water, I do love a Belize beach. You know, Belize. Or Florida has really nice beaches too. You know, I can't make up my mind which one is my favorite. So, what about you? Mexico also has really nice beaches. Guess no matter where you are, you can enjoy the beauty of it, right? Depending on what type of water you like. Cooler water, warmer water. I like my water to be, I want to see what is underneath my feet. And I want to see um, everything in the water. I want it to be clean and warm. I don't want to get into the water and it's freezing. So California has freezing water. You don't want to get into that water. Alright, so let's see here. I just did the edge of the paper. And for this, we are going to adhere it. Let's remove this. Let's line that up. I like to line up my... Ooh, don't cut my paper. Almost made a boo. I just want to line up the top of it so we know more or less where we are. So now we are going to slowly crease that paper. And I'm using the bigger ball, smaller one. I'm using the bigger one because I don't want to tear my paper. I'll be really excited if I do. So there you go. I'm going to use the back of my tools for tool. So should look something like this. All right. For the covers, I wanted to use paper, beachy bike rides, and palm trees. I have not decided which side I want, but I think I'm kind of gravitating towards the bright yellow and the blues more than this. The palm trees and the bicycles, but you can do whatever you want. At this part, switch it around. Switch the pattern paper. It's not like we're using it. I think I pressed a little too hard there. It's okay. It doesn't show too much through the beachy. Alright, so now we are going to trim that at 5.5. Palm trees. By, I would say, roughly 8 inches. Correct me if I am wrong. No, that's actually pretty good. Let's do 8. Save these pieces. Never know. 5.5. By 8. Put that to the side, those 2 pieces. And there's pieces right here too. Put them to the side. You never know what you want to do with them. All right. I mean, this would look really nice too if, because of the palm trees and then the sun and the seashells. But I kind of want the brightness, right? I like that. So let's start matting that. Okay, so for now, I am going to start matting papers and creating interactive pages and adhering to the album. Oh, oh my God, guys. Okay, so before you do this, I'm going to lift this part up because I forgot to mention that you will receive a piece of ribbon that is rainbow and it matches pretty much the collection. It has every color in here, okay? And what I want you to do is, this is roughly a little bit over 24 inches. You are going to take that and trim it up in the middle like this. And you are going to place that in here before you add that in the middle. See? Just to add a cute little bow on the outside. But I am so happy I remember before that. I would have been so sad if I didn't remember. All right. With that, let's do some double-sided adhesive. And then after that, we are going to do some liquid glue again because this beautiful ribbon, I got it on Amazon. I wish I could give you guys a full one, but the kit will cost more. So I'd rather just give a little piece to everyone so we can have a little taste of it. And this is from my personal stash and I decided to share with everyone. I've used it with some of my projects from Doodlebug that, you know how Doodlebug is always so colorful. The collection just goes with it. So I will be using it on those new collections that just came out. You know, the birthday one. So pretty. I can't wait to use it on that one too. We'll see if it goes, if it matches. But for this collection, I think it worked. Okay. I just put a liquid glue again. Added adhesive to the ribbon. And then, so we are at the same level since I didn't center it quite there, but you can ensure that you put cover to cover. And then we are going to take another piece of double-sided adhesive. Oh boy, I did it on the inside. If you want to use a pencil and a ruler to mark this section up so you know where to adhere it, if it's easier that way, you can do that. I using my eyes to do this part. I'm lining up chipboard to chipboard, cover to cover. What do you think? You think that's fine? Yeah, I think we did it. That is not bad. Let's remove the backing from this tape. And a little piece of glue. This ribbon is really sheer, so it's not too thick, so it will be fine here if you add adhesive glue when you are adding that matting on top of this chipboard. Let's repeat our step. Some liquid glue right there. Liquid glue, liquid glue. And that liquid glue. So we add here. We want that to stay down. No, I will add a liquid glue around edge of the paper, in the middle, and everywhere. I want that to stay. You know, mini albums are something that we're always handling after we finish them with and fill them with photos. So you want to ensure that every glue you're using is something that is lasting a long time. For me, I have little hands touching my mini albums and trying to tear things apart sometimes when I complete them. So I really need for this glue to stay on, depending on what I'm doing with it, right? I don't know yet what I'll be doing with this, if I'll sell it or keep it. But even if you sell it, you still want it to be adhering, right? Press that down. Let's use our little Cricut roller to press that glue, spread it. All right, let's see. So it should look something like this, guys. Are you guys here? Or are you guys just looking at the video before you make it? Sometimes I do that. I like to prepare myself just to see what I need, what not to do. Because sometimes girls, they're like, oh, guys, don't do this. Do it this way. I like to do that a lot. But yeah, see? I feel like it goes with it. So pretty. And when you have the pages, it's gonna work even better. Okay, let's remove that glue that is out. All right. Now we can start adding those pages here inside the chipboard spine, right? You can skip this step if you don't want to add the closure ribbon. You're still gonna get it in the kit, okay? All right, so we have all the pages here prepped. I held back from gluing them down because we still have those fun cut aparts that we can add to create more flip pages. I was thinking of doing that, or things that we can do to just mat them on top, right? Because a lot of them, I'm still thinking about, even I don't know if I wanted to do magnets, if I wanted to do I'm trying to keep this as much as cost friendly, you know, because then when I start adding things, that means the price needs to go up. So if you have magnets at home, I recommend for you to use magnets to keep those pages closed. For now, I will see if I need them. So let me start marking the pages and adhering, and then we'll go from there. So this is 3 inches and this are half of an inch. So you're gonna have to start from the edge because every half of inch, let's see something here. Although this one here is thick, but the spine is probably gonna go this way, right? To go with that. You never know. Or like this. So I can go like this. This would be fine. I just have to turn those papers over. All right, so let's start with the first one and then we just continue on. I'm just gonna move the clip, put the papers the way I want them to be, and then start removing that backing. I will also include the white pages for this. This is a 110-pound cardstock. It's really thick cardstock. And I did it this way because these pages get heavy. So I wanted to ensure that I got heavy cardstock to hold all the embellishments and everything that you will adhere to it. Okay, the tape that I used was a little bigger than the chipboard, that is than the spine. So I'm just stuffing those in. To reinforce that, add some liquid glue. Like this. And now we are going to adhere that page, first page. Let's see here. I'm gonna do it this way. This is probably going to be the hardest part you do. Well, sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. If you start the first one right, then all of them flow after. And the good thing of it is that they're pretty much the same length, the width of the album. So you don't have to stress about it, right? Just ensure that it's lining up inside your album. Let's sure that it's straight. Press that down. We're going to cover this paper too with some pattern paper or coordinating cardstock. So it should look something like this. Okay, so that's the first page. And I was thinking that maybe this one can open this way. You see, we don't have to decide now. We can decide as we go, right? Okay. I don't want to adhere that yet. I just kind of want to do the pages first. That's where I am right now. to the side and then line that up right next to the first one. The good thing is the same distance between the top and the bottom. Just get it real close and then start burnishing. Should be good. Yeah. Two. That one can be like this. Yep. Two. Okay, let's clip this on with this one. For some reason, I'm not ready yet to add the pages, and I usually follow my gut just to see what I want to change or add or move, or never know. The third page. Oops. Front. Right. Right. Alright, let's flip this over. I find it easier to turn this album over because of the way I'm sitting at this desk. And if I was not filming this, I will be all over it on top of this. But if I do that, I will be blocking the view from you guys seeing. So that's something I can't do. So I find it easier for me to see what I'm doing if I turn the album this way. There you go. Press that down. That is good. Plus, I'm also not adhering the papers, just in case, you know, I want to ensure every pattern paper is facing the right way, not something like this and then I adhere the other one like this because I didn't think about it or looked before I adhere. So let's do the pages first. We are almost done. I think this was number 4. Clip that. Okay, so this is going to be number 4. Like this. I'm just repeating that step. See, making this mini album has been a lot of repetition. It's not really, if you do a lot of prep work, it should go pretty fast. Okay. Let's press that down. I kept the papers on this one clipped in. Oh, I don't know what I'm touching that's black. It's kind of staining my papers. Like ink. Oh, the pen. Bloody pen. It's making my pages give a little dirt right there, but it's okay. It's ink leaked already a little. All right, let's burnish that. Press that down. Ensure that the glue is touching the chipboard. The pages are lining up from the top to the bottom. It's looking nice and full. Ooh, looking good. All right, so we got second to last. Okay, let's unclip this ones here. These ones are in my way. I have a really hard time with this paper because I do love this, but I also love this. I love this, especially because it's so colorful and they all look different. But then, oh, this is, I just want to go there. Take me there, please. Like right now. All right. All right. Let's add a little liquid glue. Using my finger to distribute the glue pretty much across that hinge, and just continuing following along one after the other. All right. All right. And now for the last but not least page. Ooh. To me, this is the easiest way to create pages on an album. I find it easy. What about you? Okay, let's remove this. And I'm just rolling whatever tape was left, because for some reason the tape is a little bigger than my hinge, even though they're supposed to be the same size, half of an inch. But I guess that's what the ruler told me my tape was. I don't know. Right at the border, at the hinge of that cover. Wow. So ensure that you start from the beginning of the hinge to the end, because you see how close you're going to get. Pretty close, if you ask me. Whoa. This is amazing. Wow. All right, it looks something like this. So it starts off with the shortest page, as you can see, and when you open it, it has that like that cascading look. Okay, and it's gonna look pretty when you embellish and add all your goodies and yummy things from the collection. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, 24 inches should be fine of ribbon. Maybe I should give you guys a little more. What do you guys think? I don't know. Yeah, 24 inches should be fine. We don't want to waste a ribbon. All right, so yeah, so it should look something like this. Okay, so now I will go ahead and mat the papers, create more flip fun things, and start embellishing. Maybe we can add something here. I was thinking of adding a waterfall here to the cover and a pocket. Maybe waterfall pocket. I don't know. You never know. Stay tuned. All right, guys. So we have all the pages pretty much cut out. The only thing that I don't have backings for is this ones here, the flip ups. I'm still trying to decide what to do. You're seeing everything that I'm doing at process. If you have your instructions printed, you will see. And this is what we have so far still left that we have not touched. A few of them, as you can see, we still have 3 of the same coordinating cardstacks because we get 6 in one pack. As a reminder, ensure that when you're cutting the pages for the backings for the pages, that the strip here, this branding strip, instead of going like this, is from top to bottom when you adding it to your paper cutter. All right. And for one page, especially for this yellow and coral one, I used it, as you can see here, twice. In the first page, I cut the smaller one, large one. If you see me, I'm still trying to figure out how to write the instructions for you all to understand better. If you see that it is, so I trimmed 2 pieces. And then after that, and as you can tell here, there's always a little strip that's gonna left over, okay? I always keep those little pieces. I'm making a little pile here of little scraps of paper. Keep everything. We don't know what we're gonna go back to, what we're gonna see, what we're gonna use. And of course, since this is our own individual project, we might like a paper more than the other. I have not touched the cutter parts yet because I'm in the process of figuring out what to do. See, this is the same paper. I also trimmed for the second page. I trimmed a second batch of those, okay? And you can see here that I also kept that little scrap of paper. That's the end of it. I like to keep them just in case, you never know. Okay, so this is for the first page. Let's clip those. I'm still trying to figure out how I am going to add them. I want them to have a nice flow when you open, because you see how the pages are a little slightly bigger than the other. And I want it to show really nice. For this one here, I remember this one has like a little spine, and it's roughly half of an inch. We are also going to mat that. Those little pieces right here are great for that, okay? Maybe not that one, but something a little longer, you never know, okay? All right, so I have it clipped in because it was denting due to me clipping all the papers in. But once I start adding all the foam tape and the layers of embellishments, it's gonna look really nice. All right, so for now we just have them clipped in. What else? Third page, you will get page by page on what I cut, what paper I used. For the fourth page, I let you guys know to trim these 2 pieces here and one of the navy and green. But for this one, as you can tell, I grabbed a scrapped because I am thinking of, see, this is a scrap paper, of adding this one to mat the white cardstock, but maybe add some type of strip. It might not even be this one because I am looking through the scraps to see what looks best, okay? And then sometimes things change. I am showing you guys the whole process of it. This is not something that I have put together before. This is the first time I'm doing it, so we will see. All right, so, and then remember for this paper that we kept the palm tree to the right. That other piece that was left, I'm adding to the second page. Remember, the last and the one before the last page are the same measurements. So this was the card that was left over. Here, I wished, at the moment, I wish I would have trimmed the piece from here so I can keep the sun. But I didn't do that. So if you do that, that would be nice. But this one is for this page, and it has the green and the blue, the navy, and then it has the beach houses with the light blue background. I will alternate them, still trying to figure out how they're gonna flow. All I know is that they are already cut and trimmed and ready to go and clipped. So I used one of those for here. See that like clothesline paper is here, the light blue and orange, and then that scrap is gonna go here. For some reason in my head it was flowing well. I'm not sure still yet about this one. I might change it, but for now we're gonna leave it like that. It might look nice when you start adding all the papers and then you add your little photo mats. That would look good. All right, and then this is the background. All right, so maybe we can start adhering all these pages now, or let me figure out what I'm gonna do with these ones here, because these ones are 5.5 by 6.5, and on the 5.5 side you score at 1/2 inch. So on the you score at 1/2 inch, and then I added that double-sided tape. I think I remember telling you, because this is a week later, I was working on this a week ago, I had to do other stuff, to add the tape here, because it's gonna flip up, right? First page and then the second to the last page, I said I was going to add this to, or the second page and the second to the last. I have to go back. I may change my mind. Or you can add it on any page that fits perfectly, because I know some little pages are shorter than others, so maybe it might not fit on the first one, but it will fit on the second or the third, and so on. Okay, and I have 4 of those. All right, so we get started again. Okay, let's flow. All right, so we are back to cutting. I was here thinking that I wanted to do some flip pages to add them to, you guys will see. So let's prep those. I thinking of doing one here, or maybe in the back here, since those in the back would probably be better. All right, so let's trim those. All right, so for that you will need, you are getting more white cardstock. You would trim it at 6.5 and 4.25. 1, 2. Keep this piece. What is this? Trim this at 6.5. Keep this piece here, and let's trim this at 4.25. Also keep that little piece, you never know. So you have, I did 3 pieces out of 1 sheet. On the 6.5 side, we are going to score at 1/2 inch. Okay. There you go. This is really heavy cardstock that I'm giving you guys. It's 110-pound cardstock, and it is by Harmony. I don't know where I can find more, but I will see. So, because the one from Michaels is not as thick as this one. So you got 3 here, and then we need another one. So let's do this at 4.25. First one, and then 6.5. 6.5. On the 6.5 side again, score at 1/2 inch. I like to turn the paper on the other side and score on both ways. Sometimes using the bigger ball, because one is slightly smaller than the other. So the first one maybe just to score the first time, and then the second one to just go over it, and then it creases really nicely. Okay, so now we have 4. Okay, there you go. With the pieces that are scraps, I want to create some smaller ones. So let's see here how many we can get here. What is this piece? Let's keep those pieces here. So let's trim this at 3 1/4. Once again, 3 1/4 by 12. You're going to be left with a strip like this. And then we are going to trim this at 4 1/2. 1, 2, 3, and we got 4. All right, these pieces right here, save them. Save those pieces, because this can hold photos, you know, some 3 by 3 photos. There you go. See, keep every piece, create little packets for them so you can place them. Okay, so this 3 1/4 by 4 1/2 photo mats or cards or flip pages, whatever you want to call them. On the 4 1/2 side, we are going to score at 1/2 inch. All right. Let's do all 4. Well, 3 are left. And then I'm just scoring them on both sides since it's nice. And take cardstock. I need to clean my board. It's a little dirty. Dote. Sometimes I just brush it, the little brush, and it takes off most of that paper dust that when we cut, creates that. All right, so we have 4 pieces. Now that our score on the 4 1/2 side, 4 1/2 inch side at 1/2 inch, and then we have the 6 1/2 by 4 1/4. That is also. So now we have all these little flip pages, and we have not mapped them. Okay, we added double-sided tape to those ones here. Let's add a double-sided tape to this ones here. All right. All 4, all of this 4, and all this 4 have double-sided tape now. So let's go ahead and start matting those pages and creating the flip pages and so on. I like to leave my clipboard here just in case I want to cut something. And you see we have leftovers from those wet card stacks. Keep them. They can be photo mats or another cute little flip pages or something in addition. Keep every piece. Like I said, you never know what we go back to, right? Hopefully you're here with me. Do a little comment check-in, letting me know where you are. If you're using another collection, let me know what collection you're using, or if you took this one out of your stash, if you had it already, to document that beach vacation, or if you're giving it to someone, you know, any of those questions. If you want to answer any of them, it's good. If you want to answer all the questions, it's good also. I like interacting with you guys. Or if you're just looking for now, or you got the instructions, remember that I'll also have this kit available. I only have a handful of them, so if you have a friend that you want to send this to, I will appreciate it. Supports my family, guys, so thank you so much. Okay, so let's start matting those pages, right? And I talked about and wanting them to flow. So For the first one, we have that yellow and yellow. Okay, so let's remove the clipboard for now, the cutting board. I don't think I need it right now. Let's put it behind me. I know I'm going to need it for something soon, but I can wait. Okay, it dropped. All right, so this is where you can start adding those little details. I have this little scallop punch to create the edges. If you want a corner rounder, you can use the one from We Are Memory Keepers. Just depends on what tools you have at home, because this is something that I won't be able to give you. Use whatever you have at home. If you don't have something at home, just leave them like this, you know, right angles, squares, I don't know. Whichever side you want to use. For me, I really want to use the scallop side. I think it looks really nice when you do that, those little details. See? So if you have a scallop, I got this one on Amazon and it was less than $10. Okay. For the first page, let's see here. Let's create. This is the second papers. I want it to flow. I need to cut a piece of paper for here. Here's a little dent from you because I was storing the album while I came back to it, and I didn't realize that my papers were getting dent. All right. Been working on this project for over a week now because I had to stop, you know, but I'm back. Today is the day to finish. You guys won't tell the difference, but that's more for me. All right, guys. So I did the first, I did the second. All right, let's see what papers we want here. I really want to probably have yes, I do want to have those. The starfish paper. Top and bottom, and we're going to adhere it that way. And then the starfish, let's see here. We can do the orange paper or yellow. Let's do yellow this time, right? And I'm gonna be I will be using that scallop punch again. All right. There you go. Let's start adhering. And I'm using my Barely Arts glue once again. It just works really good. Once you adhere something and it's stuck, it won't be moving. So if you want to, if you're not sure about the paper you're using, I recommend using something like this. This you can pull it off easily. But for me, I'm ready to move on. I have already decided this is where I want. And as you can tell here, I'm leaving borders around the papers. I like that. Okay, let's move this out like this because I'm denting that. Okay, let's add this. I'm starting to remove the clips because they're getting in my way. I like having clips to keep everything together. All right. So for this one, the first page, this is it right here. The sun. Going to like this yellow and yellow with the sun. Okay, let's go ahead and clip those little corners. And I am not sure if I want to film the process of all this because it's just repetition, right? Well, you never know. Let's just keep filming. This one to the right. And here, you see the white pieces where the hinge is? I will also mat those with paper at the end of everything. Whatever I have left over, I will use to mat those hinges so they're not white and they're actually colorful to match the album. Yellow, orange. Oh, I like the orange side. Let's do the orange to go with this. This is where I will alternate the papers to see what coordinates with each other. Although it's a collection, same collection, so all the papers should coordinate with each other. This just depends on you, what you want to use, where you want to go, what side. As you can tell, I have not used my cut apart papers yet. It's okay. All right, so the larger ones, the 5.5 by 6.5, the one that we score on the half and a half side right here, I was thinking of adding that as a flip page here. All right, and I can do that here because it fits, and also because we have that 1/2 inch border. I think it looks really nice even if we add a bunch of embellishments. That is my style, guys. I love layering embellishments. I love adding foam adhesive to create layers. The chunkier the better, especially for a mini album like this, right? You're not working on a traveler notebook mini album. This is just an album that you're adding to. But let me go ahead and add liquid glue here on the side so I can center that in my paper, then adhere it. So I'm adhering that in the middle of my matting paper. And then let's add some liquid glue here. Let's add more liquid glue. Sometimes I have a hard time with picking what side to use because look at how beautiful that is. So really play with the papers, guys. Turn them the way you love. You know, add cardstock that coordinates with it that you have in your stash if you don't want to use some of the papers. We all have different likes and tastes. So just play around with what you want. I'm centering this. There you go. So it's gonna be like a little, it creates a little border. Let's get that bone and press that in. And this part here, it looks center, right? Try your best to center it. Can be a little difficult, but I'll come back to the matting for this one because I don't have it yet. And then let's do some yellows. Although you have, remember the papers that I told you from the beginning, clip in. You have beach down, that might work. So we can use those. I have this one, I have this one, I have other scraps that I can just use half of pieces, you know. So I also have the dot one or the beach. Oh, that would look so pretty here. The water because of the orange and the seashells. Yeah. All right, let's focus. That's how my brain thinks, guys. While I'm working on something, I have to keep rotating what I'm doing. What if I do the orange here too? I'm really liking that coral. This is not orange, this is coral, just in case I don't want to confuse you guys. Coral. I want to do the coral once again, because once it opens up, it's cohesive, it looks nice. Although you can use that wood looking yellow here, it's still here. You can do this. Whoa. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in here like this for now. And then this side now, okay. Of yellow. Let's do the clothesline, because this one is flipping to this side. All right. That is cute. So I created 4 flip pages. Oh, that would have been good to add underneath here, right? Let's add that. Second page. You know what? The good thing about this, guys, is that remove this with this little clip here, picker. That looks good. I'm gonna add some more glue here, guys, because I lift that up. And I want to go ahead and do this here, so I don't forget and then I regret later not doing it. Might as well just do it one time. And let's press this in because it needs to adhere. All right, so there you go. We still have 2 more of these babies right here. See, sometimes prepping makes it even easier to finish, because once we start adding all the embellishments, it will come together quickly, because not until we add the photos, that's when we can completely finish adding embellishments. And I'm a heavy embellishment person. Sometimes I like it clean, sometimes I like it, just depends on what side of the bed I wake up. Sometimes I want a nice clean page, not a lot of stickers, not a lot of layers, just flat. But sometimes I don't want that. Right, so this is the rest of this orange. Coral. See, this is orange, this is coral. Get it together, Connie. Let's clip those borders right here. And then now, what are we gonna do here? Let's do clothesline again. I like the way this paper looks. Like I said before, it reminds me of putting clothes on the line. I did this as a child and I still do it as an adult. So when you grow up like that in islands or in a tropical area, I feel like they don't really have dryers. Dryers are like a thing that I used here when I got here. But when you live like that, they don't really have dryers. They mostly air dryer, especially because it's so hot. So the clothes dry really quickly. And I do it here in Texas too. Not everything, but most everything. All right, so I really like the way that blue is picking up from bathing suits here and the shorts. But that all depends on what papers we're doing over here. See, that's where it starts getting a little tricky. Although I like the contrasts between the two papers. Navy green. Bikes are cute too. But I like this side better, so let's see here. Orange. I really like the orange. But I like the blue. Okay, so this is where you do what you want to do. For me, I like that blue. So I will be doing that blue. Okay, right? I want to do here too. Watercolors, anything to do with teal, turquoise, light blues, watercolors. Those are my favorite colors. So like, it brings like peacefulness to me. So what is your favorite color? You know, I feel like my daughter says she likes rainbow. I mean, she likes all the colors. I'm like, what color do you like? Rainbow? I'm like, the rainbow is all colors. She's like, rainbow? I like rainbow too. As you can tell by the trim here. You see, it's so pretty. All right, and then now this side. We can get away with using the green too because the green piece is there. Why do I have something here is not. Oh, I grabbed the pieces from the other page. You see the shorter ones. Okay, so now I really, really like this paper. Should we flip it this way? They don't all have to always be facing the right way. So since this one doesn't have a flip page over here, let's flip it the other way. Let's remove that clip. That's the reason why I have the papers for the other one. I'm gonna go ahead and just add the green here. And in case if you were wondering, that this is page 4. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And then we flip that over here. Let's do that scallop punch. I want to use this on everything because I just love the way that looks. but I know it cannot be used on everything. So there you go. What if we use that beach paper here? See, I changed my mind about the beach paper. That's fine. The beach paper here. And then we use those little shells. I like that. So pretty. All right. If you like that bikes, if you have something. Oh, I have pictures of riding bikes at the beach. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I really like this one more. I like that blue on. It's like a light blue, like it looks almost, yes, like almost like the paper. Which paper? This blue here. Yeah. Bikes. Oh, so pretty. Bikes, sunset. No, I like the blue better. Sorry. Not sorry. Not sorry. All right. And then this one, of course, I love both of this side. This is something that I fought with very much, but I already used it over here. And as you can tell, I didn't flip it. I used it twice. So it's okay to use it on this side. I really love this scene here. The palm trees and the water. I just want to have a chair and sitting right there with some type of nice drink, you know, maybe like a cocktail with a little umbrella. All right. All right. Let's just try to center this baby as much as we can. There you go. There you go. Okay. Something here is happening. All right. So what I did for this, guys, was I had a scrap of paper, right? And I didn't give you guys the measurements because for this one, I'm just using scraps, but I was thinking of doing this. See, I no longer want to use this little scrap here. I want to use that scrap. So, and I like the little waves. I really like this paper too. So let's use that side. So this is a scrap from the clothesline paper. It's the same. Just look at the measurements with the what I cut here. It's just by, let's see here. I think it might be 3 inches. Yeah, by 3. 1.25 by 3. And then I took a little scrap here. And I'm going to go ahead and adhere that. I love the way that looks. See, that's the other piece from the sunset. Oh, no. I want it on the other side. Thank you. There you go. Oh, guys, we're coming to the end. We need to add those flip pages. This too. There you go. So you see what I say? Keep those little scrap of papers because they do come in handy. Plus, it creates different patterns. The more pattern papers, the better it looks. All right. So this one here. Okay. I might do 2 flip pages right here. And then, yeah, that would be fun. Okay, let's see how we're gonna do this because should we bring that sunset over from the other paper right here? I like the waves in the back. I do like the orange. Even that's not flowing. What's the last page? Oh, We have houses here too. Look. What about the houses? That looks nice, right? And then we can add either the orange because it picks up off the paper right here. Let's do that, right? And then here on this side, we can do green. And then in here, we can do blue. Or we can do blue, and then we can do green or navy. See, you work with what you want. I like that. Let's do that. We have 4 pieces. We'll see right now how we... why do I like this paper so much, guys? All right, so now this is up to you. Since I trimmed off the piece of the sunset, I kind of want to do it this way with the starfish. Although this is beautiful, but got it here, so I want the starfish. You make your decisions. And I want to see pictures, so tag me on Facebook. I'll go ahead and leave my Facebook page. Tag me on Instagram at The Daily Life of Creativity. That is my name on social media, The Daily Life of Creativity. Because every day I love to be creative. Yes, I do, guys. I'd rather be here in my craft room than working. But you know, I'm a big girl, so I gotta work. But there will be one day that I can do this as my job every day, all day. And even if it's not for my job, I can play all day. One day it will be that way. Because to me, this is not a job. It's really peaceful. It's zen. It's fun. Seeing something comes together when you've been working on it. You know, you don't have to start a project and finish it right away. You can just... you can start it, put it away. But make sure you're seeing it so you can come back to it. Give yourself a little, you know, timeline. And don't be so stressed about finishing it up. Do it when you want. Grab a glass of wine or water or your favorite drink. You know, I know Dr. Pepper. You guys love Dr. Pepper. You know, whatever you guys like. Your favorite drinks. And oh my God, guys. You see here, I didn't curve the edges. So it's okay. That one will be like that. This one will be different. I just love the way it looks like that. But here's an example of what it looks like when you don't do it. So do it before you start, because if not, you're gonna forget. And here I had here that paper, and I didn't add this baby because I am having fun with you all. And I'm not talking the tape in, since it's gonna go ahead on top of this. I'm just trying to center it as much as I can. I will give you guys measurements. There you go. That tape will work on the bottom of this. Just be careful. And then this one will go on top. I like the blue too, but I also want to use those little beach houses. I think it's cute. I have used the blue before, so let's go a little different. Plus we got more of that blue paper, so we're gonna create photo mats and so on. If you have white paper with photo mats, you can do that. If you want to just add your photos directly onto this and embellish around, That is also an option. I know sometimes we don't like to layer photos paper underneath our photos, and then you can use the photos the papers for something else. But I have plans of creating matting, so they're ready for me to add my different size photos between 4x6, 3x4s, and so on. Okay, so there you go. I needed to add the other one here, but I didn't, so we can do it in the back. Okay? No problem. Orange, darker. So maybe, I don't know what these houses are. Okay. I think that's gonna clash because of this and this, but let's see here. We'll come back to that. I just wanted to see what color to add here, just in case. But the orange will do, right? They all have the same, all the papers have the color that we're currently using. Blue can be in the inside. The green is also nice. I love the green. Green is also one of my favorite colors. When I was in high school, guys, I used to use green and yellow a lot, and brown. And yeah, I had pretty much every color in my closet, but yellow was my favorite color. Because remember, I just think it looks really nice on me, especially when I'm tan, like really, really tan. Like right now, I have been in the sun a lot. So I feel like yellow looks good on me. And green. So pretty. I like every color. No problem. Orange. Yeah, let's do orange here. All right, we're still filming. Good, good, good. I think I'm gonna have this videos in parts so you all don't miss out of things. And then of course we have to do the orange. It picks up off the paper here on the sunset. Gonna create that flip page there. Let's add some double-sided tape because I'm tired of fighting with the liquid glue too. If I center it and I remove this tape, it sticks, and then we'll go from there. All right, let's burnish that tape. Remove the backing. And then now let's center this paper as much as we can. Right? Let's clean that off. Okay. We want it on the, and I'm just using my eyes to do this, but let me roughly let you know how much I'm leaving. See, like one side is a little slightly bigger than the other. To me, that doesn't bother me if you want to go ahead and center it. So right here is 5/8. Right here is, oh, what? 5/8 and 5/8 and I would say roughly 3/4. So if you bring it over a little more, it will be center. Okay, it should be center. Just a tad bit, not too much. All right, let's go ahead and press this in. Yep. And then we are going to, where's my little dangly thing? This was a gift and I use it every day, guys. Thank you so much. You guys give me little things when you go to events. They are very, you know, it holds a very, I mean, you don't have to. Just meeting you alone makes me happy. But getting little gifts, I use them. I don't trash them or give them away. I use them, guys. Every day I use a little pick to remove backing. Because when you're wearing nails, it's it's hard to remove that. Ooh, there we go. And let's go ahead and do the edges here. What are these? I'm sure you have the word at home, but I can't remember right now. The tips of the paper before we forget. And we are coming back to that. So no, it looks like this, guys, when you open it. See, this is going to have paper right here in the edge, but look at that, it looks really nice. All right, now we are going to add, I was thinking that in the front we can have a pocket. Pockets are always good to add little things. I love pockets. But if you want to go ahead and recreate, I have made books that I have waterfalls in the front and the back of the album. You can do that. All right, for this one here, we are going to do it in the back. Okay, you can add a lot of photos to this, guys. Get that. Let's see here. Okay, we can do it. Right there. You're gonna do that right there at the edge of that. Let's flip that over here because it's not gonna have any mattings in the back. So, but I'm using that square ruler to just add it straight as much as I could according to the paper that I already matted. All right. That would be good. I like that. And I'm just using my bone to press that down, ensure that it's adhering. Okay, let's do the rest. We have 3 more. Where is this? Where's my little pig? Oh, I keep losing it, but it's right in front of my face. You know when you lose things, but it's right there and you just can't see it? That always cracks me up. I'm like, I lost it. I'm like, it's right there, Connie. It's right there. And then now we're just gonna go ahead and place the next one right next to this one. Okay, you don't need to leave any borders, just right after the first one. And press that down. There you go. And then repeat the same process for the other one. Get close. Flip. We're flipping them away from the album because we could have flipped them inwards, but it's okay. You can flip them. You can start from the end here, or you can start from this end. That is also another option for you, whichever one you like the best. I am also adding liquid glue to reinforce that, since this is something that we're going to constantly keep flipping, depending on who has it, what pictures it holds. It will be something that you're constantly, your family is looking over, you know, mini albums. So you're constantly flipped and touched. If you add the right memories, I don't know who you're giving this to. All right, we have 4 flip pages, and repeat the process of using that scallop punch. Because I do not want to forget. I did it once already, not doing that again. All right, guys. So this is where we are at. I'm still debating if I should give you guys a magnet to keep this closed. I don't know. Because I should put up 2 magnets. One for the thing and one for here, right? The rest don't really need any magnets. I could press this one down a little more. But I feel like the waterfall should have magnets. I have a lot of magnets, so that's not the problem. Yeah, let's do a magnet closure, right? All right. So remember when I said keep the scraps from the white pieces because they come in handy? You're going to use one of those little scraps to create a closure here. All right. So that will be 4.5 by 2 inches. Right? All right. So we went ahead and clear off the table. We are going to trim that at 4.5 by 2. So 4.5 by 2. And this is a scrap of paper that is roughly 3.5 by 6.5. You should have that scrap when you trim those when we trimmed these pieces here, remember? That's the reason why I tell you keep every piece. I sound like a recording tape, but recorder, but keep every piece, please. 4.5 by 2 inches. Keep these little pieces. You never know. All right. And on the 4.5 side, we are going to score at 1/2 of an inch. There you go. Oh, that's nice. And this piece is going to go in the middle of this as a closure. So I would say 1/8, roughly about 1/8 of an inch on both sides. So let's go ahead and add some double-sided tape, some liquid glue. Let's get that. One little washi cutter. Let's look at the mouse one. There you go. Although my kitty one the kitty one is my favorite. But both of them are my favorite. Okay, guys, so when you're crafting, what do you do when you're crafting? Do you watch TV or listen to music? What is something that you do when you're crafting? Like for me, I have to have the TV on, like right now. I have a headset in my ear while I'm talking to you guys. But it has to be something that I already watched, you know, like something that I know word for word. Something that I have seen many times, you know? All right, so I'm trying to center this. So I like to watch Friends or The Big Bang Theory or like Twilight. For some reason, just calms me down, you know? Or yeah, whatever. Or something that I can just listen to, that I don't have to pay too much attention. Maybe like those Asian shows on Netflix. I love that. I love the Asian TV on Netflix, Korean shows, and different ones. Okay, so this is not centered. The first time I did it before the glue, it was centered. No, it's not. Okay, so try to center it as much as you can. For me, that is not bothering me. It still looks cute, but if it's something that will bother you, ensure that you put a line, mark it with a pencil or something. There you go. And do the little edges with your scallop punch. And I will go ahead and give you guys magnets to keep that closed. All right, so you can flip it open. That's something that I should do. So to add the magnets though, you're gonna need let's see here. I'll give you guys 2 magnets. So let me go ahead and add them one time. This is something that you add before you forget. Something that you do before you forget, because we can get distracted easily. I get distracted by other things. My mind is constantly thinking about, oh, what should I do here? What should I do here? And then I forget. So press that down. There you go. And then burnish that in. And then when you mat it with your paper, it's gonna be there. This is something that you don't have to think about later on. Let's put those magnets right there just in case. And I'm thinking just giving you guys 2, but we never know. What if we add another one? Oh, we need another waterfall, the 3x4 one. There you go. So it keeps it closed. Oh, that's pretty. All right, so I was thinking of adding that waterfall here by this scene because I didn't really want to cover that. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. All right. Okay, this is my little tool. So on top of that scene paper, we are going to add this beautiful view of the water. We are going to add the 3x4. I don't want to put my head in the way, so let me just get up real quick. I'm gonna start at the edge of the photo mat paper that we have here, the mat with the same paper. There we go. And then let's use this here before we forget, because I do love that. It just gives it a different look. Let's just do them before we adhere it. Okay. All right. And then the same process that we did with the other one here, let's repeat that. You just adhere them one after the other. Okay. There you go. Let's add some liquid glue. I like to add liquid glue on top of the double-sided tape. It's just a thing for my brain, and I feel like it's really getting in there, like it's really adhering. It's not going anywhere. I don't want my things, especially when I spend so much time on them, to be lifting or tearing or moving. I want them to stay forever, no matter what. You spend all that time on something. This could be a gift for someone that's taking a cruise vacation and they're stopping at different islands to, that is also another option. Let's put that one next. There we go. Ooh. Let's see here. Okay. Let me see here. Let's see if this one's gonna fit. Oh boy. Okay, so for this one, guys, I am going to, so it's only gonna be 3. Ooh, okay. If I would have done it from the top, that would have fit 4. But only 3 fits. And I don't want to lift them and tear my paper up. I should have measured before I did this. All right. Okay. There's those little pieces of scrap papers that we have. This is another scrap. I feel like I can cut it out of this one here. Okay, 3. I'm annoyed. Let's see here. Maybe we can do. I'm annoyed right now that I didn't. I didn't think this through. All right, let's see here. So if we do that, okay, so don't make that mistake, guys. You're gonna have to kind of do it from the top. I'm gonna go ahead and add it there. It's gonna be bulky. Can I lift them up? Oh my goodness. Oh no. It's gonna tear the paper. All right, guys. So when adding this, hopefully you're just working along. Start from the top all the way here from the beginning. So you can add four of them. But for now, we're just doing 3, right? And then from another scrap of paper that we have here, let's see here, what can we do here? 4.5.
Did you want me to prepare the soup or are you gonna eat later?
I'll eat later. I'm drinking a
Alright.
1.5 by 3.25. 4.5 by 3.25. And we are going to, I did another one just in case. Okay, with the scraps that you have from the white papers, do another one. Because we are going to do those 2 together somewhere else. So 3 and then 2 on another page. We have a lot of 3x4 cards that are gonna go on top of this, so that is not a problem. You should have leftovers for that. And then for a closure, should we do a closure here too? Is this what? This is 1.25. No, we don't want that. We have more scraps. Let's see here. Let's do that. 2. Oh, this is a nice scrap that we have here. And 4.5. Half of an inch. Do the corners with the scallop punch. And then this one might be too big. Okay, let me see that. Plus smaller. What do you think? What do you guys think? Maybe it doesn't need to be 4.5. Let's see here. It can be maybe 4. Let me see 4. Let's see, 3.5. I like 3.5. Okay. So that is 3.5 by 2 inches, right? So that is 3.5 by 2 inches. You score on the 3.5 side at 1/2 inch, and that will create a cute, well, not a cute, it's not cute right now because you haven't matted it with paper. It will create a nice little closure for that with also a magnet. Let's add some double-sided tape to that. See? Grab your instructions so you don't make mistakes by following me first on what I'm doing. They work great, guys. I will have every measurement for everything, okay? And it works also for other mini albums. So, okay. Let's try to center that one. To know. All right, guys, I'm singing in you guys' ears. Listen to me. I do not have singing voice. I do not. So that is not good. Remember, magnet. Add 2. I don't know if I should add them or have you guys get them. But it's nice to have everything when you get the kit, right, guys? I don't know. Because magnets are not really that cheap. I know Fortnite Market has a little pack for like, let's see here. Trying to keep the kit as budget friendly as I can. Because the kit alone is already, let me see here. All right. Burnish the tape around the magnet. And keep the backing because you don't want it sticking to the paper, but when you add your photo, your 3x4 card, you will take that off, right? I kind of want to do it here on the green paper. That would be a nice different effect. And we only have 2, right? But we have another piece of scrap paper. Should we do 3 here too? Yes, we should have enough to do that, guys. So if I'm doing it, you can do it because I've been saving every scrap of paper possible. Okay? 3.25, 4.5. I'm not grabbing paper from nowhere else but from the scraps that I have here for the kit. You see, I have my kit in this thing here. And I'm grabbing, saving, and working with what I have. 1/2 inch on 4.5 side. Turn that. And then let's use our scallop punch. Add double-sided tape. Let's burnish the paper and the tape, and then let's remove the backing since we're gonna start adhering, right? And we can start adding it from the green paper since it's only 3 like the other side. Whew. Let's see here. There you go. Right there will be fine. Let's add that. Let's see, do we have another strip of paper? We do, we have more. So this would be one. We might need another closure, guys. 2 inches by what? 3.5. Oh gosh, this is 2 inches by 3.5. Perfection. a scrap of paper. See? Scraps of paper. So ensure to cut them the same way I'm cutting them, I guess, right? Pay attention to that. Liquid glue. If you hear someone making noises, that's my husband and my daughter. They're outside playing while I craft. My husband lets me play, and he plays with Savannah out here. Just they're making a lot of noises out there now. All right, let's add tape for this to this one too. Okay, let's see here. All right, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a liquid glue and right underneath that. Let's put it this way so I can see better. I want to see better. There you go. Oh, that's so pretty. There you go. Burnish that in, and then might as well. We're gonna go ahead and add another magnet here. See, this is perfect. This is a scrap of paper that I had already. I didn't even have to cut it. From the papers that we've been trimming everything. So 1/2 inch on the 3.5 side. Scallop, punch. It's repetition. See, guys? There you go. And then now we're gonna go ahead and add double-sided tape. This one's coming to the end of it. There you go. And then now we are going to burnish. Make sure that that is in. Remove the backing. I feel like a recorder. And you're gonna and then now we're gonna go ahead and try to center as much as we can, right? I like to hold up the paper against, flip this over, and then start lining up with the edge of the green paper. And then, oops. Okay, let's see here. It's roughly about here, right? Yeah, so it's gonna be right here. All right. That looks good to me. That looks perfect. And go ahead and burnish that too. Remove any liquid glue that has been any liquid glue that is pouring through the paper, or just, what's the word? All right. Double-sided tape. You guys saw me doing this step already so many times. Well, this is the 3rd time, so let's not exaggerate, right? Liquid tape, not liquid tape. This is not liquid tape, this is solid tape. And let's just put that there and burnish that tape around the magnet on the paper. All right, so we have 6. We have a lot of flip pages, guys. We are going to have fun. So this is what it looking like, okay? Wow. For the front, we are going to create a pocket. That's what I want here, but we'll be back to that. All right? We can start embellishing and doing all the fun things and cutting apart those cards and so on. So we still have to mat those papers right here. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I really like that. I really, really like that. All right. So what do you guys think so far? Okay. Let's see here. This paper is so beautiful. This is Beach Town. Beach Town. I like to write the names and the measurements to ensure that I'm keeping everything on track with what's happening for the instructions. And remember, those were clipped in. Let's keep this little strip here. I feel like for that we are going to need, let's see here, 1 3/4 by 6 1/4. I see something. I want to see what that is like. Maybe this paper won't be enough. You never know, right? Yeah, that's not gonna work. Maybe it will. 4 3/4. I think it's right there at the edge. This is like, if you trimmed everything the way I said it, this is paper Beach Town. It has those gorgeous little beach houses on one side and that beautiful orange pattern paper with the waves and the palm trees. And let's see here. That is perfect, guys. Let me see here, by 6 1/4. So the first measurement was what? 3/4, 4 3/4. By 6 and what? By 6 1/4. 6 1/4. Let's see here. Let's see here. Keep the speeds. You never know what we need it for, right? I feel like maybe not on this page, but we have other ones we can add it to. So let's, ooh, gorgeous, but no. Gorgeous. Okay, you see right here for me, I like that. I like that. I like that it picks up from here. Or if you want to do the houses again, no. Let's go colorful. So that one, this once again is 4 3/4 by 6 1/4. And we are going to mat this one here. It leaves a nice little border all around. And I use this scallop. For the inside here, I don't know if I want to mat it yet, because I might just add a photo straight there and then and what is this? Is this big enough? Remember, this is paper boardwalk wood, but this might be enough. So let's cut this 6 1/4 first, and then keep this intact, and then we are going to do 4 3/4. It's just a smidge off, you see, this much. And then now we are going to trim the edges using the punch. Okay, let's find those papers. That wood paper. What about here? That looks nice there. I like it. I can add different things by embellishing this side here. You know, I like that wood paper there. Although I really like the cloud, but I didn't look the way it was facing first before doing that. So let's see here. Paper here. What about the wood here? I got that. Alright, I'm rethinking this after evaluation. I like to flip through all of them just to see which one is the best one. I like the wood here. You know why I like the wood here? Because the little straw hats is picking up the color from that. If I did it here, it doesn't really have it. But here it has the little straw hats that is picking up from. There you go. We need 2 more. All right. For this one is, okay, let me I'm writing that one. One. And we are also doing Sandy Paradise. Okay, so Sandy Paradise is also, I love the water here, and I thought of using that earlier, right? Here. Definitely using it there. You see? Coming together. So let's go ahead and trim that 6 1/4 first. And then we are going to keep this piece, take off the rounding strip, and we are going to do 4 3/4. It's just a smidget. It's not much, you see? And let's see how we want to add that. Do we want the water at the top with the beach, or do we want it like this? I want it this way. The water waves coming into the sand beach. That would be pretty. That is pretty. Flipping that over, right? Because it's originally like this, but I want it like this, facing this way with the water coming in. Like if I'm standing here, I'm envisioning so I can be at the beach very soon. You guys think I'm playing? I'm serious. I need a vacation very much sooner than later. I want a vacation, in need of one. All right. Oh, that's gorgeous. Like that. You see? So pretty. All right. So we have one more, right? Yeah, we got one more. But I think we're finished with all the scraps. Are we? Oh. All right. So here we are finished with the scraps. What do you guys think? Is it crazy that I want to do that? I love that little house there. I like doing things like that. I like using different type of pattern paper to place them next to each other to create different little scenes. For me, that's perfect. Plus you get to use your scraps. But since we're at home, guys, and you guys are following along, right? Yes? See? No? Maybe so? I'm very playful, guys. I'm like a child sometimes. It's okay though. Can't take life too serious. Life is already serious. Life is already too serious. Sometimes I don't like it. So I have to have a bit of sense of humor, because if not, crazy I will go. All right. We have this one here, beach houses. Let's place beach houses on top of this one here. All right. Beach houses. All right. From beach houses, we are going to trim it again at, let's do 6 1/4 first. Keep this piece. And then we are going to do 4 3/4 after. I'm gonna keep those clipped because I like to know the name of the paper so I can let you know what I have left, right? You never boardwalk wood. Which one is that? Is this one here? Because I need to write these names down. What is this? This is more scraps. You see, keep those little scraps because I might come back to tell you, oh, let's use that little piece from Beach Town. You're like, which one is Beach Town? This one. There you go. Keeping those flipped. This one is papers from the beginning. I already lost track. This one is Sandy Paradise. This one is also beach. No, that's Beechwood, right? Boardwalk wood. There you go. Clip them. Clip them. More of that. All right, so that would be it. Let's trim those little corners. There you go. Good. All right, guys. So now we are done with this matting, right? So we use beach towel paper. We use boardwood walk, sandy paradise, and beach houses to do the flip, mat the front of the flip pages that are larger, that are these are 5.5 by 6.5. Remember to score on the 5.5 side and half of an inch. I sound like you're repeating myself. All right, guys. All right, now we are going to mat the 3x4 and the 4x6 box. But first, let me trim them.